everyone. Welcome to Legal Connect. Today on Legal Connect, we are going to be looking at clinical negligence. I'm going to try as much as possible to be as basic as I can on tonight's episode. However, first of all, I just want to say thank you to everyone that have sent feedback and comments via email. I will be dealing with some of the requests as well in the near future. Please do like the video, put your comments on the video, and also subscribe in order to keep up to date with more issues around the legal affairs in Nigeria. However, today's episode has been prompted. I haven't watched yet another episode of Brekete Family Program. Like I said before, the ordinary president, Mr. Ahmed Issa, is a person that I respect so much because of his philanthropist activity, because of his generosity, and the heart that he's got in helping common Nigerians. However, I haven't seen this episode, especially this case that he dealt with. I just wanted to look at the issue of clinical negligence in Nigeria. And I'm going to try to be as basic as possible in people from all spectrums of the society to be able to understand what I am talking about today. However, sit back, watch this video in order to have perspective into the issue regarding clinical negligence in Nigeria. It is few minutes. Just sit back, watch it, and you have understanding of what I'm going to talk about subsequently. See you in a bit.
Good morning, my ordinary president.
You talk say the damages will happen.
Yes, sir.
Allegedly.
Yes, sir.
They saw her womb.
Yes, sir.
Join
the intestine. Yes, and the flesh.
And she suffer all these things.
Yes, sir.
Now, eventually, they can go FCCPC, Federal
Yes,
Competition and Consumer Protection Commission. Thank God they did for today. They can't do meeting.
Yes, sir.
In contact, say he will compensate her.
Yes, sir.
That's the doctor.
Yes, sir.
The doctor can't give her 40,000.
Yes, sir.
How much will I pay for the treatment?
In Kubakan, I first paid 120. And second one I did, I paid 250. This last one I did is almost 400.
And then they give you 40,000 naira compensation. What will be the name of this doctor?
Dr. Ona Festus.
Dr. Ona Festus.
Yes, sir.
Which hospital?
Kuba General Hospital.
Now he talk say he go compensate you.
That he will settle me.
So he go settle you. So when he talk say he go settle you for FCCPC place.
Yes, sir.
He no contact the amount we go take settle you.
No, he didn't say the actual amount.
And them no ask him.
They asked him, he said you said give me tangible something.
Now share your experience about what you passed through when this doctor, just tell us, no cry. Because if you not tell us, we no go know. Describe small.
When I put to bed in Cuba 2020, 2 weeks later when they discharged me, I went home. After that 2 weeks, my stomach started swelling up, and I went back. When I went back, I saw the first doctor. He checked on me. He said that there is nothing he can do now. It's after 1 year that he will. Then I asked him, what is the problem? He said it's incision. I said, what is incision? He said I should go. He now prescribed drugs for me. Coming out, and I saw this doctor. I explained to him, he said, okay, that now there is nothing he can do. Where is my consultation fee? I said, I don't have consultation fee because I've already paid there. He said, and my husband asked him how much. He said 5,000. So we said we don't have up to 5,000. He pleaded, he collected that 3,000. He now checked. He said, Madam, this is an incision. Incisional hernia. I said, what is incisional hernia? He said, it's a growth. After 1 year that, I will do it back. He prescribed drugs. I keep on taking those drugs, but nothing. I still keep on coming.
They swell up, they go.
Swell up. I can't stool. I can't stool. 4 days. My stomach, I can't lose to. I was still going back. If I go, he will prescribe drugs for me. If I take it.
What will be the name of this second doctor?
The first is my consultant, Dr. Honor.
Dr. Honor.
So the fifth one, I went there. That was during that pandemic. So he now said, I'm disturbing him. That day they are bringing out corpses. And I said, Madam, you speak in a language.
Which
that
language?
disturbing Igbo language.
Okay, and you hear Igbo?
Yes, in Igbo.
Okay.
So he now speaking
Talk
that language.
exactly as he talk for Igbo language.
So Madam, tụgharịa anya, and not turn my back. He said, if from down ebe a, kwe ka ọkwa mma o. Ndị ejikwa ego nọkwa ebe ahụ, rich women nọkwa ebe a, na-enyere m nsogbu. Sị gị weta consultation fee na-ekwere m ọnụ. So
translate for English.
He said, Madam, turn your back. And I was with my first son. And I turned my back. Said, see those people there. That you are not better than them. Or that there is rich people there, poor people are there. I'm just following him around. If he said, bring consultation fee, I cannot bring. I keep on pricing. And I said, doctor, please help me. This fence is too
Person
much.
no people for 4 days. I'll be 5 days that time.
More than 5 days. My belly was shining to boss.
Oh my goodness.
So, and I went back to his office. I was begging him, crying. He now prescribed Buscopan for
But
me.
if na me, if God forbid, it will say na me be you. I for try for meat whether the belly go less.
If I eat, I can't digest.
Because they don't sew the intestine and join the womb, abi?
Intestine, my flesh and the womb. So no digestion. So and that fifth one, I said I'm not coming back to this hospital again. And I went to one person directed me to one small private hospital. And I went there. The doctor saw me that, Madam, this is 2 weeks of delivering, and this is urgent. If I have money, I should deposit. Now deposited money. The doctor did the operation. So during the operation, he said, that my husband should come inside. My husband now enter inside the theater. I said, Oga, can you see this thing? If you have something, just make a video of it. So my husband was now.
And what your husband can't discover? Where they sure?
Now he raised the rope up. Said,
Where then?
Stitch the places. Said, can you see the cause of this thing? Can you see it? It's a mistake. This is a mistake. Serious mistake. And I said, see, even this rope cannot cut for years. That the rope they use can never dissolve.
So you to say that the one will fit dissolve over time, you go then you go.
It can dissolve, but that one cannot dissolve. And they didn't cut it. So I said, okay. But he said, during this one now have caused damage. It have caused damage. See hole now, it have created deep hole. But as time goes on, that the woman may do another operation because this thing have caused damage for her. So my husband said, okay, that is reducing the pains for me. Now did it. So this year again, I now noticed that thing, what that doctor said. And I went to Babala that they said that they have to do patch. They have to put some things inside to patch it. So I now went to Babala. It was meant that they now do the thing now. Something is inside my stomach. I can't do anything again. I can't walk. As I am now, I can't do anything again. They said it's that thing forever. It can never be removed. That they use it to cover that place. So the conclusion with FCCPC last month, he said, they wrote a letter to me, Kuba, that I'm having relationship with the doctor, personal relationship, that never come and tell them the problem, that I'm having personal relationship with the doctor.
So, they don't say you go if you carry the leg again.
No, I can't go again.
Are you up to 50?
No, I'm 31.
Welcome back. This is a sad story, and as many of you will agree with me, it is very, very sad because this 31-year-old lady's medical condition has been defined by the behavior of this medical doctor. But as I always say on this space, it is not about emotion, it's not about sentiment, it is not about moral, but it is about legal. What is the legal provisions on medical negligence, which this case falls under. The legal framework of medical negligence in Nigeria is very broad. It is derived from the same concept or the same legal framework as that of the United Kingdom, that is Great Britain. It has to do with Who Is My Neighbor, the famous case or the landmark case of Donahue and Stevenson, which brought about the neighbor concept. This is a three-way case. That is, this lady, the medical doctor, and the hospital, which is Kubwa General Hospital. And this case falls largely on what is called vicarious liability. The concept of vicarious liability is that an employer is responsible for whatever an employee does. Let's take, for instance, a company employs Mr. A, and Mr. A caused an injury to Mr. B. Mr. B, all Mr. B needs to do is to prove that Mr. A caused the injury in order for the employers of Mr. A to be responsible for that injury. That is what this case is all about. And I appreciate that Kubwa General Hospital has sent a letter to this lady. She's got a personal relationship with this doctor. However, before I go into analyzing the whole matter, let us look at the law covering medical negligence. Like I said, it is a broad area, so I'm going to try and keep it as simple as possible. First of all, you have the legislation, Section 343, Reckless and Negligent Acts, subsection 1. Any person who, in a manner so rash or negligent as to endanger human life or to be likely to cause harm to any other person. If you go to E, gives medical or surgical treatment to any person whom he has undertaken to treat, is guilty of a misdemeanor and is liable to imprisonment for 1 year. If we go to Section 344, Negligent Acts Causing Harm, any person who unlawfully does any act or omits to do any act which it is his duty to do, not being an act or omission specified in Section 343 of this code, by which act or omission harm is caused to any person, is guilty of a misdemeanor and is liable to imprisonment for 6 months. You see that Section 343 and Section 344 actually covers this act that this doctor has caused against this lady. Also, let's read other legislations. Now I will refer you to the Code of Medical Ethics in Nigeria, and the document is quite a detailed document which provides for the behavior of medical and dental practitioners within Nigeria. If I take you to chapter 28 of that document, which talk about professional conduct, chapter 28 of the Code of Medical Ethics in Nigeria states professional negligence. Medical practitioners and dental surgeons owe a duty of care to their patients in every professional relationship. The particular skill in which training and eventual recognition and registration based on a practitioner is to be exercised in a manner expected of any practitioner or any other member of the professions of his experience and status. It is required that a practitioner upgrades his skill as best as possible in the light of advancing knowledge in the profession. To this end, regular participation in programs of continuing medical education is a necessary condition for the practitioner to remain relevant in practice and to achieve renewal of his practicing license based on the guidelines that are released by the council from time to time. If I just quickly skip across to the subheading, the following among others constitute professional negligence. And I'm going to take you to provision F of that list. And provision F states making a mistake in treatment. Examples are amputation of the wrong limb. If we look at the same code at chapter 30 provides gross professional negligence, where the extent of the negligence had been such that it resulted in permanent disability or death of the patient, then the practitioner will be guilty of gross negligence and is liable to suspension or a period of 6 months or having his name struck off the medical or dental register as the case may be. So the Medical and Dental Act 2004 provides the penalties, that is section 16 subsection 2 provides the penalty for professional misconduct. This is a case where the matter is referred to the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, the MDCN, and that is the investigatory panel. If the matter is referred to them, once they've concluded their investigation and they found the doctor or a practitioner liable for professional misconduct, the penalty is provided for at section 16, subsection 2. Subsection 2 provides the disciplinary tribunal may give a direction under subsection 1 of this section, ordering the registrar to strike the person's name off the relevant register or registers, or suspending the person from practice by ordering him not to engage in practice as medical practitioner or dental surgeon, as the case may be, for such period not exceeding 6 months as may be specified in the direction, or admonishing that person. As we have now read the provisions of the law in relation to medical treatment, dental treatment in the country, you see the duty that is expected of medical practitioners. If we apply the provisions of this law to the facts of this case, there are 3 remedies. First of all, under the Criminal Code, section 343 provides that it is a misdemeanor, it is an offense in law, which is a criminal offense, and also section 344, which makes it a criminal offense as well for medical practitioners to fall short of the duty that is expected of them. And also another angle is a civil claim. As I've said earlier on, in order to succeed in a civil claim, which is medical negligence, there ought to be a duty owed to this lady by the medical practitioner. And that duty would have been breached by the medical practitioner. And that, as a result of that breach, she would have suffered damages. It is clear that this lady has suffered damages. She has alleged to have suffered a permanent damage regarding her system. So the 2 questions that bears in mind is, does this doctor has a duty of care to this lady. Based on the provisions of the law that we've read, I will conclude that there is a duty between the relationship between the medical doctor and this lady. Was that duty breached? Given the fact that another doctor has confirmed that this was a bad care that she received or bad treatment that she received, it is right to conclude that she had the duty owed to her has been breached. And then let's go to what I said earlier on in regards to vicarious liability. Kubwa General Hospital has alleged that there is a private relationship between the medical practitioner and, or the consultant in this case, and this lady. I'm not sure how they arrived at that conclusion, but if you listen to the lady, you agree with me that all the consultation, the medical treatment, everything took place at the hospital. The lady at the hospital that would have gone past the reception or the receptionist, she would have had to book an appointment to see this medical practitioner or this consultant. So I'm not sure how the hospital has concluded that this lady actually had a private relationship or personal relationship with this consultant. Given the fact that the act that has been complained of was carried out at the hospital, in my opinion, I would say this is an act done in the course of the employment of this consultant. By virtue of that, Kubwa General Hospital could be vicariously liable for the actions or the act or omissions of this consultant. In my opinion, Kubwa General Hospital has a duty to refer this consultant to be investigated by medical and dental practitioner investigating panel, because it has fell short of the standard, in my opinion, expected of a consultant in his position. And then continually extorting money from this lady is a gross misconduct, in my opinion, and he should be investigated rather than being sent back into the society to continue to put his patient's life at risk. What I would have expected Kubwa General Hospital to have done is to have admitted that the actions of this consultant or this doctor fell short of the standard that is expected of him based on the code of medical ethics in Nigeria, and also investigate this doctor if he is up to date with the required training. Given all what this lady has said, Kubwa General Hospital should be paying damages to this lady, not the doctor, because the doctor, the Kubwa General Hospital, is vicariously liable for the actions of this doctor. And I'm disappointed on the FCCPC conclusion, agreeing that this doctor consultant should pay 40,000. What is 40,000 naira to compensate for a permanent damage to this lady? The three redress available to this lady is first for the criminal offense under section 343 or 344, the civil claim under medical negligence, and the third one is the consultant being referred to the panel for investigation for his professional conduct, which in my opinion, fall short of what is expected of consultants in this position. I hope that this woman will get justice. I hope that this doctor will be investigated. I hope you've enjoyed today's program. I might revisit this aspect of medical negligence in the future, but if you have any question, if you have any comment, please leave them or send an email to the email that you can see on the screen. Provide your comments, provide your queries, subscribe to this channel so that you can get notification when we post new video discussing other areas of law within Nigeria. Have a good day. Bye-bye.